Hi, this is Mike. Today I'm going to show you some of our updated features on our reports to look at our participant reports and one of our new reports that we've added for that. If you're an organization admin, you're going to want to go to your admin screen, and on that admin screen on the far right of the tabs is the report screen. We're going to go ahead and click on that, and that brings up two reports that we have now. One is the participant daily log tracking, and the other one is the participant log summary. I'm going to go into the participant daily. On this page, it'll automatically bring up whatever dates were left in the last time you were in the site. On the far left, you can choose between log date and date entered. Log date shows the actual date that the activity was performed on. Date entered actually shows when they entered the activities. So some users might keep track of their activities all week long on a piece of paper, and then on Friday they enter them all for the week. So if you chose the date entered report, it would actually show you those records based on when they actually entered them onto the site. Whereas log date breaks it all up and shows you the days that they actually did those activities. Most of our users are interested in log date, so that they can use those to show for a particular week for drawings or certain things like that, or just to see if they're doing things every day of the week. So we're going to choose log date, and then you can pick a date range for your report. Again, a lot of our admins like to do a weekly thing, so we're going to go ahead and pick a weekly range. I'm going to start with Sunday the 13th. And then I'm going to go through Saturday the 19th. I have these all set now. When you have those all set, you're going to want to hit the Go button on the right side, and it's going to update the date records. And you'll see for each user, it's going to show you that user and the date that they recorded an activity. Even if they have one item recorded for any of these columns, it'll show it in there. So in this case on the 19th, 3 of our users recorded activities. And again, it'll show you there's the 18th, 17th, and the 17th, 4 of our people recorded activities. And then it shows you how many, so it summarizes the total of how many entries they put in those areas. In some cases like weight, we only allow 1 entry anyways, so it'll only show once. Same thing for some of the other ones like water log, it will only show once. Even though they might have 8 cups of water, it's only going to show that they recorded water entries. So once you have this information on the screen, you can either sort through it right on the screen here and look this way by going to the next page and going to the end here. We're going to jump back to the beginning. Or you can bring this out into an Excel spreadsheet. You do that by hitting Export Results. It'll bring up a box that says Open With, or if you just want to save it and look at it later, you can do that. We're going to go ahead and open it with Excel. And you will see now that it brought up the Excel sheet. Some columns, you may have a column that looks like that. That's the date field. If you just double click on the lines between there, it'll expand it out. So we're going to double click and expand all our columns so you can read everything. So now you see you have a nice report. We can resort this report if we want to, if we want to see it organized by users. But right now it's sorted by the date, and it'll show you how many entries. So you can save this for your records. And we're going to close this now, and I'm going to go on to the next report. So to get back to the reports menu, just click back to reports menu right next to where export results was. And now we're going to look at the participant log summary. So you'll see on this, it's a much more abbreviated list. And again, I'm going to use the log date, and I'm going to set my date fields. You'll see the last time I was here I had it up in January, so I want to get to February in this case, the same time range, the 13th through the 19th. And again, we got to hit our Go button. So this is a summary of the entire week of this range. It's not going to show you the daily list, but it's going to show you who recorded during this week. This is probably the most effective reports if you're going to do a drawing, because it instantly gives you, here's the list of people that get entered into a drawing for this week's prizes, or whatever time frame you're doing it, if you're doing it a couple weeks or month or whatever. Again, you can go ahead and hit Export Results. And we're going to open it into our Excel screen again. We can expand out the columns. So you can see right now we've got our members, we've got what they recorded, and it's not by daily. So if you don't need to see that, this just shows you for that week time frame that somebody recorded. Again, if you're interested in looking at any of these numbers, you can see food entry. There was 102 food entry recordings for Janie for that week. I wasn't as good. I only had 11 food entries. So you can look at those different things and see how they relate. But this is a great quick report that shows you who recorded any kind of entries for that time period, that week. So we hope you like the new reports. I'm going to go back to the reports menu. Again, it's on your reporting tab on the admin screen. And we have the daily log tracking or the log summary. I'm going to go back into daily log. Again, remember that's broken out by day. So a couple different ways now to look at your reports and look at what your participants in your organization are doing. We hope you enjoy them, and let us know if you have any questions. Thanks a lot.